Welcome back to Hawkeye Skunk Works. I'm Joe. I'm jumping the gun. That's my Bronco. And in today's video, we're going to talk about everything that I have done to that Bronco to get it up to this point of where it is now. Finished-ish. Stay tuned. Alright, quick recap if you haven't seen the other videos. I bought this thing when it was pretty clapped out. Ran excellent, but that was about all it had going for it. 1996 Ford Bronco, 4-wheel drive, 5.8 liter V8 automatic transmission. There's me, right there. 33-inch 1250 Mickey Thompsons. They're a little noisy, but they are wearing extremely well. One of the big reasons I bought this thing, because it already had those on it. Let's open the inside and take a peek at what it looks like now, since it didn't look anything like this before, because there's carpet. And back here we have, well, back here we have Jeep floor mats, because when life gives you Jeep floor mats, that's what you use. Let's pull those out. More carpet and cleanliness. Yeah, so before, almost all of this carpet was gone. See, it was filthy. This had a split bench that was shot. Put buckets back in it. Center console back in it. All carpet everywhere. Re-trimmed the steering wheel. Restitched that. And basically just gave it a super clean up. Hold on a second. And just like that, we're back. I had to put the rear window down. Tire carrier is on it. It's a little squeaky, but it works good. If anyone cares, that's a 31 1050, you know, emergency spare. No, it's not the same size, but it fit and it was in good shape. So, for carpet, that's for the Explorer. Don't need that. More carpet back here. It's a little stained. It's a little dirty. These guys right here, oh, I don't like you. It is impossible to find reproductions of those carpet pieces unless you buy an entire rear carpet set, which is actually more expensive than buying an entire front carpet set. So at a junkyard I found a Bronco that had the entire interior ripped out of it and redone in this black. It's basically the same type of carpet, so I kind of had to settle for what I had, and it is steel on the other side of there. It's the tub for the wheel well, so it was lots of noise coming through there. I got some off-brand dyno mat from Amazon, and it was great, and it quieted everything down, so I'm happy with how that turned out. Faux show. Let's see, tailgate back up, and yeah, tailgate works on the key. That was also a bear to find. Nightmare, really. Junkyard for the win there. Redid the 7-pin with a brake controller for the camper. And then this little guy right here, I don't know if you can see with the shadow, is it's a valve stem for my air shocks that I put up underneath. And I know that's kind of old school, but I'll tell you what, they got 95 PSI in them, and they ride fantastic. They work great with and without. Let's see if we can see them in there. Boom, right there. They ride great. I'm a big fan of those. I like them a lot. Alright, moving around. Ooh, more headache. Hitch. So, the hitch, the side of the hitch over here, the side bracket by the tailpipe, or where the tailpipe would have been, had it had a tailpipe when I got it, which it didn't, totally rusted out. So I had to get rid of that, and I was trying to find a replacement hitch, and I couldn't find one that was the same style, and it was a factory hitch. So fast forward many days of headache and calls and just mess later. Come to find out, this Bronco has a factory tow package on it. Ford's words, not mine. which means it has a different hitch, and it had the wiring for the 7-pin. And if you remember, I think I mentioned this before, I had to replace 2 out of the 4 leaf spring mounts because one had already been done and one was perfectly fine, and the corresponding bushings. Now I had to do the driver's side front spring mount, and I had the bushings that it was supposed to be, but they were too small, energy suspension bushings. I even had the OE style rubber with the steel sleeve, because I thought maybe I was supposed to leave the steel sleeve in and then put the energy suspension bushings in. No. Many more days and hours of research later, this has Ford tow package leaf springs on it. They do make bushings for the fronts, only rubber with steel sleeve pressed in style. They're about 40 bucks a piece, and you have to order them from random places on the internet. And I was down to 2 days before we needed this for our Wisconsin trip. So luckily I have some connections in machine shops for where I work. So I had the polyurethane energy suspension bushing. I had the eyelet of the spring all emptied out, so I mic'd the inner diameter of that, I mic'd the outer diameter of the bushing, and I called a machine shop and said, can you please mill me down a sleeve that's like not even 1/8 of an inch thick. I don't remember what the exact measurements are. And they said, are you sure? Do you know how thick that is? And I said, yeah, I know. And I explained to them, thankfully, it's good to know people. 2 days later, they milled me out a sleeve, didn't charge me anything, because sometimes people are actually awesome. And I pressed it in with a big C-clamp, I put the bushing in, and it was, it worked so well, and it's been working so well ever since. So, boy, what else? New exhaust. Let's get some more interior shots. I really like these seats. I added a little bit of foam to this one. Sorry about the glare. Yeah, and just more general cleaning and awesomeness. I put a new dash pad, well, new to me, junkyard dash pad in there, and we've got wheel spacers, I believe 1.5 inches up front and 2 inches in the back to even out the track width, front and rear. We've got some new energy suspension bushings there, whole new headlight assemblies. I wasn't actually going to do that, but then my wife came out one day and was like, what are you going to do about these headlights? They are pretty awful. And I was like, well, I was just going to leave them. And she said, no, you need to replace them. Copy that, honey. I can take care of that. We've got our Raptor Hawkeye Skunk Works original LED lights there in the front. And, oh, I know what we need to talk about. It's very important. And it has to do with these pieces of cardboard and these rivets right here. As well, if you follow me on Instagram and seen the other videos, you'll know that we had some rust, you know, all the way around. It actually wasn't too bad. I didn't have to cut out that much material. Maybe no more than 2 inches on the fender lips, and then just a couple spots in the quarters. So what I did was I ordered $65 for a set, so each side, repair panels on eBay, or no, Amazon. And I was expecting some tin can flimsy things. These things are thicker than the metal the truck was made out of, I kid you not. So after consulting some friends and family on what they thought I should do as far as looks, we decided that we were going to go all out, crazy style, and just put the whole panel on there. It was super easy because it already had the bend in it, so I could line it up. I cut these corners to kind of, you know, some beauty lines down here as well. Pre-painted everything underneath, stainless steel pop rivets and 3M seam sealer, everything to keep it nice and watertight as possible. The inner fender liners, that's pretty much actually where they were to begin with. They're still there. And on the quarters, or cab corners, whatever you want to call it, front and rear, both sides, I cut out some cardboard templates, kind of. So I've got my wraparound like there. See, everything fits pretty good. I can't even tuck it in there. This is kind of like my body line, and I just cut them out of some thin sheet metal, clamped them up there, used a little ball peen hammer, kind of bent some stuff over, some 2x4s, some vice grips, and really happy with how that came out on both sides. You know, I think it definitely fits the look of the truck with the bed liner. Continuing on with the look of the truck, trying to find a good camera angle for you guys in the sun. The bed liner, the pop rivets, the panels, people love this thing. You know, I drive it through town, I get waves, I get nods, thumbs ups. You know, we took it to, me and my daughter took it to a Cars and Coffee here in the little town where we live, and we parked way off to the side because we went to see the cars more than anything. And people would come up to this and they'd go to touch it and look at it, and then they'd realize, oh, they're at a car show, they probably shouldn't touch other people's cars. And I'm like, go ahead and touch it. You know, is that bed liner? Yeah, that's awesome. So, you know, people just like, you know, it's bright red, it's got big tires, and it's fun. That's what cars are supposed to be about, fun. So I think with that, we'll pretty much wrap up this video. Oh, except for one last thing. Yes, that is right. When you are watching this video, the Bronco has gone bye-bye. I have sold it. It has completed its purpose. I have used it for what I need to use it for, as you saw hopefully in the video before this. Sorry about the shade. I've got sun or shade, that's it. But it is time to move on to something else. Something else that by the time you see this video, I will already have as well, but you're just gonna have to wait and find out to see what that is. So again, thank you so much for checking out my video. Let's get back over in the sun a little bit. Thank you for checking out Hawkeye Skunk Works. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well, because subscribing doesn't really count towards anything anymore for YouTube. They don't promote the videos, they don't push them, unless we get people to subscribe or hit that notification button. And you want to be notified when I bring out the next vehicle anyway. So head on over to Instagram, like us there, Hawkeye Skunk Works, Facebook, Hawkeye Skunk Works, and you can also comment below. I respond to every comment. You can check all my videos, and I do that. And you can email me directly, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. You can get hats, t-shirts, hoodies. I have some stickers. If anybody wants stickers, you get a free sticker if you buy any piece of apparel, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to say thanks again for watching, and as always, take care. We'll see you later. Bye.